What's good with it in the hood with it? Welcome back to the Collective Clips where you guys already know we overhand, underhand, toss, grip it, mongoose. You already know what we do right here, man. We get it in. But before we get it in, let's get this whooping super Norteno intro in. Let's go. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directed in the direction of hip hop. Hooray, ho, right? Hey, look at that ho. Whoa, right? You want it to go in the right direction, man. So put it on all, your notification bell, so that way you're directed towards me, man. And I appreciate all the support and I'm very humbled. And Ricky says, whooping. I called him last night. I was like, hey, you see the video I'm talking about? He just, don't even talk about that. Scary, right? Nah, fuck you. You're scary. Let's get into it, right? Part 2. I know I left you guys with a cliffhanger yesterday. Man, there was a bunch of people like, you are an asshole. Well, you know, I practice what I preach. Telling you this, I'm telling you that, right? So me and Ricky are walking down this dirt path, right? As we bust up out of the gates around the main road, which is fucking like a dirt path too. We're walking, we see this truck coming. It's the old man that had left. And I'm freaking out because I'm like, damn, man. Hey, like, Ricky, throw the liver over. Like, so we look like we're fishing. I'm grabbing dirt and putting it on my face. You guys got to remember, at this time, we're younger. We're two younger kids, right? So we're thinking this old man's going to see two little kids walking. He ain't going to say shit. Now, obviously, he knows his house was broken into and we got pockets full of jewelry. And you know, when you just pulled the lick, we used to call it a box of chocolates because you never knew what you were going to get. In my mind, I'm looking at this old man coming. He looks angry too, like he's going up and down the street, obviously looking for whoever broke into his house. Probably looking for a brother, man. Why has he got to be a brother? Because, you know, them white dudes think that, right? But we're walking, two little dirty Mexican kids walking, and I'm light-skinned, so I'm hoping I can play it off as a good wood. And whoosh, this motherfucker pulls up, and he jumps out the car, and he goes, what are you guys doing on my property? And I look up at him, and I say, no, me no speak. No, me no bang, right? And I'm trying to play it off like a paisita, but he sees right through that shit. And he said, tell me, what are you guys doing on my property? And I said, we're fishing. And he goes, there's not water here for the next 4 or 5 miles. What are you guys doing? And I said, I needed to call my aunt. We need to call my aunt to pick us up. We're fishing. We got lost. And he says, you guys need to use the phone. He goes, have you seen anyone else out here? And I said, yeah, I seen, it was a green car, big old SUV was going that way. And he goes, okay, I'm going to take you guys to my house. I'm going to let you guys use my phone. From there, we're going to go where that fucking truck was. I said, but what do we do? Why do we got to go? He said, you're going to do it. Get your ass in the truck. Now, I was a little badass kid. Ricky was like, whoa, whooping. Why does he want us to go in the streets? Is he going to do something bad to us? I said, maybe to you, but not to me. Shit, I'm going to take off running, homie. They call me the runner anyways. So I'm going to run for reals, right? So we jump in this old man's dirty, beat up, old, rusty truck. And he's looking at us like he knows it's us. He could tell, right? And my pockets are full of jewelry and I want to look inside and see what I got. And that's what's on my mind. But at the same time, I'm scared to death. I'm farting and shit, right? Ricky's like, well, but it fucking stinks in here. I said, yes, the liver, right? So we pull up to this old man's house that we just left. This old man was smart. He's looking at all the footprints, literal footprints. Okay? Us. So thank God I was born blessed. So my foot was just a little bit bigger than Ricky's. But it just was what it was, right? So we go in his house and we call my tia. And this is exactly what my tia says. Okay. Luckily, it was a landline, not new school like this, where you have the fucking, where everyone could hear, right? Put that shit so everybody could hear it. Nah. I call my tia. I'm like, hey, tia. All of a fucking sudden, you have a phone now. You could call and you guys could fucking bullshit. What the fuck is going on? Did you guys, hey, is there a VCR or what? I'm like, I want to tell her, shut the fuck up, right? Because this old man could hear it's loud. He had an old school phone, right? All loud and shit. I'm like, fuck, man, how do you put this on personal lines? And my dad's like, I'm on my fucking way. I'm going to go over there in a little bit. I'm like, you haven't left yet? Stupid ass. Of course I haven't left yet. My favorite soap opera's on. I'm watching General Hospital, bitch. As soon as it's over, I'll be on my way. I said, yeah, I figure you guys have 10, 15 fucking miles to what? So what? I'll get there when I get there. Remember how they used to say that, parents back in the days? I'll get there when I get there. You know what I'm saying? But we're supposed to be on time. Like the football game's almost over. Bitch, we'll get there when we get there. My dad was cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? He'd be rolling the joint and shit with one hand driving. I'm like, hey, dad, man, practice is in 5 minutes. Hey, mijo, we'll get there, homie, when we get there. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get there. And so he'd be blowing his shit as he's dropping me off. The coach is looking like, damn. The coach is like, let me hit that. I watched my dad and my coach blaze. Right? It was crazy. So, anyways, I'm telling my dad, hey, the old man came back. And she goes, well, get the fuck out of there. The old man came back, stupid ass. I'm saying, so should we just like throw all the shit out of our pocket? Are you fucking dumb? Are you dumb? You know what? I'm going to leave you there for 15 more minutes, stupid ass. Just because you fuck face. Put my son on the phone. At this point, he's the smart one. And I can't believe I ever fucking said that. So I'm like, Rick, your mom wants to talk to you. I'm like, don't say shit. He's like, whooping mom, the old man picked us up the one we just robbed his house. This old man comes down the hallway. He was in the room looking for his shit, seeing what people took, right? This fool comes down and he says, somebody robbed my house? He knows. Ricky's like, I didn't say nobody robbed the house. I said, this house, that Robin Hood used to live in this house. I'm like, oh, this fucking stupid ass. So by this time, what I'm doing is I'm taking the jewelry and I'm trying to dump it out of my pockets and like stuff it in the couch because I'm sitting on this couch. He had an old school couch with the flowers and shit. It was an older home. Like I said, it was modernized inside, but older, like old furniture. Like you could tell it was like an old farmer man. He had overalls. He was just an old looking evil white man. He was a new amino wood, brother. So I noticed the lights keep flickering, right? And I tell the old man, why are your lights like that? By this time, Ricky hung up. The old man said he was going to drop us off at this gas station where my tia could pick us up, right? He actually talked to my tia. My tia's like, what the fuck you got my nephew and my stupid ass son there for? He's like, oh, excuse me, ma'am. I picked him up. They were walking on my property. Oh, fucking all of a sudden you're white and you have property. Okay, I guess. How big is your dick? My tia's different. So he told us he'll give us a ride, but first he wants to go look for this fucking mysterious green SUV that I know is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't even gonna lie. There was like a diamond. I looked at it. It shined. I stuck that motherfucker back in the pocket. I probably dumped about 4 or 5 chains out, but they were probably costume jewelry anyway, so I didn't give a fuck. Pocket's still on bulge. Ricky, like a dumbass, had took some country CDs, and you can see the square in his fucking pocket, his tight-ass pants in his pocket. The old man, I don't know, but he's going to be pissed when he finds out that his Dixie Chicks and Travis Tritt fucking albums are gone. Whatever. So the soul man said, come on, let's go. So we jump in his whip. This is where it starts to become the ghost house, right? These lights keep on flickering. Like I told you in episode 1, the lights just kept on flickering. And I tell the old man, why do your lights do that? He says, oh, I got something wrong with the circuit breaker. So we're way out in the country. So my lights, I run it off a generator and all kinds of bullshit he's talking about. I didn't understand. I was a kid. I just want to get the fuck out of there with my loot. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go home at this point. And I smell like fucking catfish and liver. Like, I just want to go home, homie. So we actually go out of the gates with this old man in his truck and he busts a left. We need to go right. This old man done got us kidnapped at this point, right? Because he's like, don't worry, I'll give you right. He's being nice because he doesn't believe we stole this shit, but I think he knew kind of. So we're riding with this old man, and this old man, he keeps like talking to himself. Like, and I hear him, he's like, motherfuckers, no motherfuckers, right? So I'm thinking, damn, he knows he's going to take us way out in the cuts and whack us, right? I'm scared to death. I ain't even going to lie. I was like, damn, I'm looking at Ricky like, this is it. Primo, this is the way it ends, right? Although we've come to the end of the dirt road, and I'm going to let you go first, right? So I could take off running. A diversion tactic. So I'm telling Ricky, you want to sit in the front next to this old man? This old man stinks like dirty tobacco. And he has like this odor, like fertilizer. I guess that's what he does out on his farm. He fertilizes shit, right? Wasn't nothing growing. There wasn't nothing growing but fucking cacti and thick, sticks and stones will break our bones. And this old man is never going to hurt us, hopefully, right? So as we're riding, it starts getting a little mountainous out there. Like you got to go up through these foothills. And it's all hills, like just grass, like there's no houses. You'll see a house every blue moon, man. And this old man knows, oh, that's where the Henrys live. Oh, that's where the Jacksons live. Like he knows everybody. He's going down dirt roads. He's going everywhere. And then he just stops in the middle of the road and just stays quiet for like a minute or two. And it seems like it's an hour. And I'm just sitting there. I don't want to say shit, right? And I'm like, Ricky, you want to jump in the front? Ricky's like, well, Ben, no, fuck no, I don't want to jump in the front. Hey, man, this is a badass city. Shut the fuck up, right? I'm right. This feels stupider than stupid is. And I'm sitting there and the old man goes, are you guys sure you've seen a green SUV? And I said, maybe it was a truck. I don't know because it went by fast. It like pulled out of your property fast. We don't know. He's like, so let me think about this, right? He starts thinking and I'm like, oh, I done fucked up. You know when you told a lie and you fucked up and you think about it and it hits someone else the same time it hits you and you're like, oh, they ain't going to believe that shit, right? Well, look, when he left, when that old man left, when we're hiding in the pad, okay, and we jumped out the window and we're hiding, we went to the barn, The old man jams, right? 5 minutes later, we're walking down the street. He didn't see us walking. So where the fuck did we come from? Think about it, right? And I could see it's hitting him as soon as it's hitting me. Because how the fuck did he just go down the street and all of a sudden we just pop up out of nowhere? Two fucking little stupid ass kids walking with red t-shirts, smelling like fucking liver, right? And he was like, how long were you guys walking? We're walking the opposite way. We should have been walking that way. Fuck, right? This old man already put two and two together. He goes, you know what? I'm going to call the police. Let's go back to my house. I said, you could just leave us right here. He goes, oh, now you guys don't want to ride? Your aunt, I talked to your aunt. She's going to be picking you up. I said, well, you know, my aunt's a little crazy. She might fuck around and try to give you a reach around or something. Like, you could just leave us right here, right here. Old man says, nah, we're going to talk to the police. So I'm like, nah, you could just leave us, man, please. Just and then I just say, fuck it. I'm going to admit it, right? I said, look, man, we broke into your house. We needed to use the phone. I'm sorry. Ricky's like, you're fucking rata. What the fuck you tell? I didn't break in. I was at the barn hiding, right? I was like, I did it. My little cousin didn't know nothing about it. Here, sir, I'm going to give you your jewelry. I'm only giving him half his shit. He's like, you broke into my home? He's like, my family raised me in that home. We don't allow people to come to our home. You trespassed. I'm calling the police. I said, can you please just give us a chance? Let's go. We're little. We don't know, right? So he's like, no, fuck that. So I'm trying to talk him into it. Please, sir. Please, sir. He's looking at me like, bitch, I thought you knew. And I'm like, damn, I got my head all down. I feel ashamed, right? Like, damn, I got busted doing a burglary, man. And my primo's just looking at me like, whoopin', I thought you said you were going to take all the heat. I said, I am. Then why'd you say I'm your little primo? We're together. I said, didn't you just hear me, motherfucker, tell him I stole everything? Yeah, but I got CDs and I want. Shut up, right? So I'm trying to talk to this old man and he goes, and he's picking up the phone. He's like, my phone's not working. The lights keep flickering more. They're flickering, right? And I'm like, damn, man, it's already dark by this time. It's already, we've been there. I'm like, can we call my aunt? He's like, no, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with you guys. So after about a half hour, we're sitting there. I'm scared. I'm shaking because this old man's mean looking, right? He keeps going to the garage, coming. I'm like, Ricky, we could run. Ricky's like, well, but he's going to catch you fast. I say, he's an old man. Well, there's nowhere to go. Away from death. Let's go, right? Ricky's like, well, but I don't give a fuck, man. I'll just stay right here. I was like, all right, you stay right here. I'm going to go. So I ain't even gonna lie. I was thinking, but it's my little cousin. I can't just leave him like that because this old man he might be a scarecrow. So I'm like, shit, we're waiting, right? Lights keep flickering. They keep on flickering on and off. And I'm scared. I'm tripping, right? Because this old man goes to the barn and I'm thinking, that's it. He's going to grab a pitchfork. It's on and cracking, right? It is on and cracking. And I'm waiting right there. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to use the phone to call my tia and tell her just fucking come all the way out here, man, because I'm scared, right? So I jump on the phone. I call my tia. She doesn't answer. I called her house phone, right? This is way predating fucking cell phones and all that. Like, come on, man. I call her house phone. Nada, right? I'm like, fuck, right? I'm stressing. This old man comes out, right? He's like, you guys are going to go in the barn. You guys are going to do some work. If you guys do some work, I won't call the police and I'll take you to your aunt's and I'm going to explain to your aunt what you guys were doing at my house. Of course, he doesn't know about Mexicans. We're ghetto, right? My fucking aunt was coming to fucking pick up all the loot. Of course she already knows, right? But shit, play it off, right? So I was gonna kick it. Ricky's like, whooping, I don't like to do work. I'm not trying to do work, right? I'm like, you're gonna do some work, motherfucker. Whatever this old man wants. This old man's sitting on the porch. There's like an old rocker chair and he's watching. He's reading a newspaper, watching. It's like a fucking movie. And I'm cleaning up. He wants us to fucking rake. The inside is all kinds of leaves and trash. He wants us to rake. And I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do all this shit. I'm Mexican, bro. We hard workers, but shit. You know what I'm saying? If we're not getting paid, we ain't doing shit. I pull out my pocket a fat ass diamond, chunky ass ring, right? It just looked real. I was like, oh man, me and my tia are gonna pawn this and come up, right? A little ass kid, I'm already knowing about pawn shops. Just what it was. It's the life I live. So Ricky's like, whooping, hey, look at there's a fucking bomb ass Garth Brooks CD. I'm like, fuck those CDs, throw those in the hay, motherfucker, right? So this old man, I could hear his phone ringing. You could hear it. The barn is like right by the house. And he gets up and he's talking to someone all loud, laughing and whatever, right? And I said, now, Ricky. And Ricky said, what? I said, go. Ricky just takes off running. Whoopee! He runs like this with the Welga bird. Whoopee! Little bobblehead kid fucking running down the street with a red paño hanging out his front pocket. Motherfucker didn't even put it in the back pocket. It was in his front pocket. That motherfucker's running. I'm after him. I believe I can fly. I wish I could at that point. We make it to the dirt road when this old man comes out and he goes, hey! And the old man doesn't jump in his truck. He takes off running. He's literally running down that dirt path and we're running. And then we see there's like a little path thing that goes up. Well, there's barbed wire and it's like broken and there's a little path. And I tell Ricky, go, right? Boom, Ricky. He's shaking. I'm running, right? This old man, He's like, you little motherfuckers don't ever come back here. I'll meet you at the gas station. I'll meet you at the gas station. He keeps saying it over and over, like he's a clone motherfucker that like forgot. He's like, I'll meet you at the gas station. He got into his Buffalo Bill. I'll place the lotion in the basket at the gas station. Right? I'm like, oh shit. So we're running. As I look back, you see the lights flickering like a motherfucker in his house. It's like as mad as he got, the house got mad, like the house was alive or something, right? I was like, fuck that. So look, we make it. We get away from him. He stopped chasing us, old man, right? And we're stashed right there where we can look, and we're looking. I got all kinds of gold jewelry, like good old stuff, like real old stuff, right? And so I'm looking like, fuck, man. And I'm like, man, it's dark as fuck. You know, we got lucky we seen that pass. So the old man can't see us, but we can see that his house is lit up, flickering, and the lights are still flickering, right? So I'm kicking back, and I tell Ricky, hey, your mom's probably there. We're like, it's been an hour or two. Like, we got to go. So we're walking. We hit the creek or the river, right? And we just start walking along the river because as long as you walk, you're going to run into someone. And there's these two white people. They're camping right by the river. They're not really camping, but they just got like a fire. We just come walking up on them. Two little shitty ass kids, smell like shit, liver, fish, river water, sweat, scariness, right? All that. And they're like, white dude's like, he's smoking a joint. I remember he's like, bro, the fuck you little fucking Mexicans doing out here, bro? It's fucking dangerous. There's mountain lions. There's fucking alligators. There's fucking tweakers and shit. What are you guys doing? I'm like, can you give us a ride? He had a Ford F-150, like with the cab. Like, I think they were going to sleep in the cab. And the chick, I ain't even gonna lie, she was looking good, right? So I'm over there looking at her legs. Here I'm always like that. No matter what I'm going through, if I see a big ass or like money, I'm captivated. It's always been my style. So I'm looking at the chick like, yeah, please give me a ride. I'll give you a ride. I'm a little ass kid. He's like, bro, like maybe in the morning, like, I don't know, maybe you guys could hang out or whatever. I said, nah, man, my aunt's supposed to meet us. We've been out here all day. We got lost. Some old man tried to kill us. This fucking ain't, this ain't a Texas Chainsaw fucking Massacre, bro. Right? This is not Texas Chainsaw. This is California Snelling Disaster, not Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Right? I'm like, can you please give us a ride to the gas station? It's a few miles. He's like, bro, you know, get in the fucking truck, brother. Right? So we get in. I'm like, thank God we're away. So we go to the gas station. My tia's not there. We don't have money. The gas station's almost going to close. There's an old man in there who I'm sure knows the fucking old man up the road, right? And I don't know. That old man said he was going to meet. I'll meet you at the gas station, right? So I asked the old man, I said, hey, can we use your phone to call my aunt, a landline? Because all they had back in them days was pay phones, and we didn't have no pay. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a gold ring. Shit. So the old man's like, sure. So I call my tia. My tia said, I fucking went over there. I didn't see you. I said, fuck you guys. Die, bitch, die. Tia, please pick it. I run her down. What happened? The old man was trying to kidnap us and make he was just literally what the old man was trying to do, just make us work and teach us a lesson. So you think, right? And the lights just keep on flickering, right? So my tia's, okay, well, you're gonna have to wait there. I said, well, the gas station's closing. This old man said, you know, we can't just hang out here. So, well, fucking walk across the street, stupid ass. You don't know. These white people don't fucking own all the Snelling. They might all live there and fucking, I seen Bigfoot, but they don't fucking own it. So I'm like, all right. So we're waiting on the side of the road. And I tell Ricky, we need to duck down. What if this old man drives by or something, sees us? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get off where I'm at. The other white dude, he's like, all right, little fuckers. I'm going to go back and bone the shit out of my old lady right there by the river. Because that's what white people do. See, what we tend to do, we fish all day and fuck all night. You know what I'm saying? And if there's a little bit of methamphetamines that happens to slide in from time to time, well, shit. Who am I to argue? Right? So he left. Boom. He's gone. I've never seen that dude again in my life. Thought about his chick, but I'm thinking about it right now. So as we're kicking back, I'm looking. I see the old man pass. The other old man went that way, and this old man went this way. And I said, Ricky, that's the old man. That's the old man. Duck, right? My tia should already be there anytime. So the old man leaves, and you see him. He's going fast. And he's driving. If you drive that way, you're going to pass like a Foster Freeze, and you're going to start getting into like where there's more homes and then the country, and then you're going to get into Merced eventually, right? And Mariposa and all that shit. So I'm like right there with fucking Rick. And then my tia, she pulls up to the gas station. I could hear her when she gets out the car. Come on, stupid asses, wherever the fuck you are, right? So we come running across the street. My tia's like, what did you get? I'm like, tia, I had to stop. Stupid asses, go back and get the rest. Because we told her the old man just passed. She said, I seen him. You guys were scared of him. He's a fucking 103 years old. Fuck him. Let's go back. I'll beat his ass or fuck him while you guys are stealing. So I'm like, tia, I don't want to go back. The house is a trip, man. It's like you get an eerie feeling. I don't got a fucking eerie feeling. You're gonna get a fucked up feeling right now if we don't go back and come up. I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna beat my ass. So we go down the road, right? The lights are flickering. So I'm like, fuck it. We pull up. The door, remember, we had kicked the door in, so we broke the latch so you could just open the door. This old man didn't fix it yet or nothing. Let me tell you guys something. God knows. When we opened up that door to that house, the lights came on. We seen what was in the house. Wasn't what we left. All the fucking furniture was old and dusty and cobwebs and dirty and stinky and smelly in the house. And then the lights went off. Boom. I told my dad, goes, you fucking stupid. You got the wrong house. I said, yeah, this is the right house. I swear to you, this is the right house. My tia had put all the jewelry in the bag, and Ricky had put the CDs, and he came up on like a couple of knickknacks. One of those Fabergé eggs, but it was fake, and just a few little things that he stole, some perfume from my tia, that Avon shit, and all kinds of different shit, right? True story. This old man, that smell, I smelled it a year later, right? And then when I realized it was that Stetson cologne, you know the shit that old white people wear? It was Stetson cologne. For like a week straight, I smelled like Stetson cologne. I smelled like that old man, like his stink on us, right? That house was abandoned, man. There was nobody in that home. No one had lived in that home. It wasn't what it was, man. That's the fucking truth. My tia was like, let's get the fuck out of here. There's a little eerie. It's airy and I'm irritated. Let's go. We left. And Ricky's like, whooping my promise. There was an old man. I seen the fucking old man. I know there was an old man, right? Or was there? To this day, that's one of the family stories that we talk about. That was the ghost house. I remember telling my older primo later on, like, hey, we should go to that house. You know what I'm saying? There's a house out here. And when we went, it was demolished. There was no house. It was just empty land. Like my primo was like, the fuck you talking about, fool? There ain't no fucking house. You guys are lying. I swear to God, we weren't lying, man. Anyways, that's the ghost house story. Me and Ricky have a lot of adventures. Stay tuned because Little Rick and Little Gun, man, I'm going to bring you some shit. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people and on my children. That's true. That's fucking a true story. That's a fact. Bang, bang.